Polyfire here. In this video we are going to talk about how a bullet works. Now there's four main components to how a bullet works. All four components are very important. Without one, it won't work. If you take away the powder, it won't work. Take away the case, and it really won't work. So your components are, first, this is what goes into your target. You got the bullet. Next, you got the powder, which that makes an explosion in your cartridge to push the bullet out of the case through your barrel and into your target. You got your case, and then you got your primer. Same, and that's 223. Now a handgun is exactly the same. It's just this is 223, that's a 45 ACP. The primer's a little bit bigger, the case is shorter but fatter, powder looks a little different, and bullet is a whole lot heavier. Now a common thing you hear a lot in the gun world is velocity and feet per second. Now, velocity and feet per second, they're the same exact thing. And FPS, you hear that a lot. That means feet per second. That's a pretty common thing. Now, to take a look at the brass case, sometimes if you don't know what caliber your ammunition is, you can look on the back of this. Now, I can't hardly get this to focus. I'll try the handgun. And like I said, if you cannot tell what caliber it is, 9, 40, 45, this is a 45 auto, and that brings us to 45 ACP. And these cop picking things ain't gonna stay. Here we go. Now 45 auto, 45 ACP, exact same thing. 45 auto is the modern terminology for it, because now they have more guns that shoot 45 ACP than just the automatic Colt pistol. That's what ACP stands for. Colt, they invented the M1911 in World War I, which was 1911. So that's why it's called automatic Colt pistol. And so back to this, you got your primer, which is super important. Let me get this to focus. Hold on, I'm sorry, this ain't wanting to focus. I'm gonna get this to focus today. There we go, it's focusing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, you can see there's like a triangle looking thing in there that goes down. That is called the anvil. And what the anvil does is it I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight. But when your firing pin hits it, it pushes the fire through that little hole in the primer pocket. You can see there's a little hole right down in below that hole where the primer goes in. And that's where your fire goes through. It ignites your powder and then, like I said, pushes your barrel out, or pushes your bullet out. Now, the velocity difference in between the two, this goes around 3,000 feet per second. That varies on the type of powder. Your 45, that goes around 850 to 900. And let me back up. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's a 55 grain bullet. Now, the 3,000 feet per second, that varies, like I said, on powder and bullet weight. They make a 50 grain bullet, they make a 45, they make a 55. There's different weight bullets that really affects your velocity. And same thing with the 45. It goes around 850 to 900 feet per second, or that's the velocity, or whatever you prefer. And there's a lot of different weight bullets for 45 ACP. You got anything from 125 grain to 225 grain. You got 200 grain hollow points. It really varies on the type of bullet. Like hollow points, they can get pretty light. And then you can get some of these cast lead bullets that get pretty heavy. This one specifically is 130 grain. But that's pretty much all to talk about. Your four main components: your bullet, your powder, your case, and your primer. Same thing with 45 ACP: your bullet, your powder, your case, your primer. And now this goes with on all rifle and pistol. It all is the same. That goes in rifle, that goes in a pistol. Never put the wrong caliber case or cartridge in the gun it don't go in. Never do that. It'll turn out bad. So I hope I answered any questions y'all have. If you have any more questions, leave it in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe, and have a good day. Shoot safe, and God bless y'all.